Have you ever wondered what happens when you suddenly step away from people's lives? When you stop answering messages, when your presence fades, when your energy is no longer around. It's in your absence that people begin to realize things they never did before. And sometimes the truth is surprising. This is not about revenge or teaching lessons. It's about human nature. Psychology tells us that people often take things for granted, and only when something is gone do they begin to truly value it. In this video, we explore the 10 powerful realizations that happen when you disappear. Missing is one, they realize how much you did for them. People don't always notice the effort you put into relationships, friendships, or even daily interactions. You were the one who always checked in, made plans and offered support. But when you disappear suddenly, there's a void. The absence of your kindness and effort becomes loud, and they begin to realize just how much you contributed. They start to notice the little things, how you always made sure they were okay, how you remembered their important dates, how you went out of your way to make them feel special. When all of that is gone, they begin to feel the weight of the loss. Some people may try to reach out, while others may struggle with regret, but the reality is they now understand what they once overlooked. Do they understand the depth of your connection? We often take deep connections for granted. When you disappear, those who truly cared about you start to feel your absence. On an emotional level, they realize that your conversations, your laughter, your presence weren't just casual. They were meaningful, and without you, something feels missing. Many people assume connections will always be there. They think that if someone is always present, they always will be, but when you step away, the realization dawns that not all connections are replaceable. True emotional bonds don't come easily, and once they're lost, they are not easily regained. 3, they miss your unique energy. Every person brings a certain energy to the lives of those around them. Maybe you were the optimistic one, the problem solver, or the one who always lightened the mood. When you're no longer there, the emotional landscape changes. People start to notice that things aren't as bright without you. Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt someone's presence? Whether they were joyful, comforting, or even just peaceful, that's what you brought to the table. Your energy shaped experiences and interactions in ways others may not have fully understood, until it was gone, for they realize you were their safe space. You may have been someone's comfort zone, the person they vented to, relied on, and felt safe with. When you disappear, they're left without that emotional anchor. And sometimes, it's only then that they realize just how much peace and security you brought into their life. Safety isn't just about physical protection. It's about emotional security. The ability to be vulnerable with someone, to be accepted without judgment, is rare, and when that safe space vanishes, people often feel lost. They might try to find it elsewhere, but deep down, they'll know it's not the same. If they feel the weight of their own actions, absence has a way of forcing self-reflection. When you disappear, people start thinking about how they treated you. Did they appreciate you enough? Did they take you for granted? Did they hurt you? Your absence makes them confront these questions, sometimes leading to guilt and regret. Some people might realize they mistreated you, ignored your needs, or dismissed your feelings. They may try to justify their actions, but deep down, they will have to face the truth. And that truth can be uncomfortable, because it means they may have lost something valuable due to their own negligence. 6, they recognize that relationships require effort. Many people assume relationships will always be there effortlessly. But when you step away, they realize that maintaining connections takes work. They might remember all the times you made an effort, while they did nothing, and that realization can be powerful. Some people go through life believing relationships should be easy, that friendships and love should require no maintenance. But when someone disappears, they understand real relationships take effort from both sides. If they never contributed, they start to see why things fell apart. 7, they start to reflect on their own behavior. When you disappear, some people take it as an opportunity to reflect. Maybe they see patterns in their behavior, how they've pushed people away, how they've neglected meaningful relationships. Your absence becomes a mirror, showing them what they need to change. This realization can lead to personal growth. Some people might choose to become better friends, partners, or individuals. Others might struggle with the truth. But the fact remains, your absence has made them think. 8, they realize they can't replace you. At first, some people might think they can just find someone else to fill the space you left. But over time, they realize no one else brings what you did. Your uniqueness, your way of understanding them, the way you made them feel was one of a kind. And that realization can hit hard. Humans often assume everyone is replaceable, but that's not always true. Each person holds a unique place in the lives of others. When you disappear, it becomes painfully clear that your presence was not just another temporary thing. It was something special. 9, they begin to appreciate the little things. Maybe it's the good morning text. Maybe it's the way you remember their favorite coffee order. Maybe it's your laughter, your advice, your patience. The little things that once seemed small suddenly feel huge in your absence. We rarely recognize the importance of small acts of love and kindness until they're gone. When those small things stop happening, people start to wish they had paid more attention. They wish they had said thank you more often, that they had cherished those moments instead of taking them for granted. 10, they learn that losing someone can be permanent. Perhaps the most painful realization of all is that when you disappear, it might be forever. Some people think they can always come back to you, that you'll always be there, but life doesn't work that way. Sometimes people don't get a second chance, and that's when they truly understand the cost of taking someone for granted. Loss is a hard lesson. Some people only learn it when it's too late. And that's why it's so important to appreciate people while they're still around. Because once they're gone, some doors never open again. If you've ever felt invisible, unappreciated, or taken for granted, remember this: your absence has power. It forces people to see what they ignored, to appreciate what they lost. And while it's not always easy, sometimes stepping away is the best way to show your true value. And for those who have realized too late, perhaps the lesson is to cherish the people in your life before they're gone. Because once someone disappears, some things can never be undone. Thank you for listening. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts below. And remember, you are valuable whether people see it or not.